This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com. This show is brought to you by Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/AwesomeCast. Time to get geeky, get awesome. It is the AwesomeCast. I'm Mike Sorgan, the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and with me, as you can see in my background on the video version, is Dave Podner. And you got you got your Hello Kitty. Wait a minute. Wait, hey, that's one I don't have actually.
Ooh,
Ooh, I feel special.
There you go. You got the white Hello Kitty Raphael. I mean, I got a couple of Raphaels here. I mean, we got the Kuromi and the Hello Kitty. I'm becoming a Kuromi fan, by the way.
Oh yeah.
I was looking at them at the Hot Topic last night. While we were rolling
we have is this Kuromi here?
Yeah, I think so.
Michelangelo.
There you go. I like it. You got to put the hand behind it so you don't blur it. Remember we talked about that.
Yeah.
That's a TikTok method. There you go. Now full on. There you go. You know, this is better than the first intro that we didn't record.
What first intro?
Dave Bonner, of course, of the iPhoneography podcast, that I'm sure has had a
Yes.
lot of great discussions over the new iPhones, and I understand some of your hosts may be getting the new phone this Friday.
Yes. Well, that's when they're told it will arrive to them.
Allegedly, you'll be getting it.
Allegedly, one co-host, Dwight, who's in California, a little more hopeful. Greg being in Canada, I don't know how that works for him. It generally works pretty good. He gets it pretty much on time. His biggest issue, just be happy you're in the United States if you're buying technology, especially Apple products, because those phones are ridiculously expensive in Canada.
Well, I want to find out what my phone bill's like because I was in Canada for service here this weekend, and but I'm pretty sure it's included. I'm pretty sure it's included in my plan. It looked like it was included. I'll find out when I get the bill. Also with us is Katie Dudas is with us as well.
I have a water bottle. I have my hand
behind the water bottle.
It's a water bottle
But-
with different colors. The straw falls off the top inside all the time.
I saw you fix that yesterday.
Oh, it's terrible. I mean, it's not. If you've ever had one of these the Awala, the ones that make you look like a koala. Koala. So you can either drink it or there's a straw inside, and the straw frequently falls off, especially in like the original models. But
this is your own. We say we're not supposed to complain about things on this show.
Well, too bad. Well, it's not tech. I can complain about it.
Okay, there you go. It's bottled technology, William, if you will. We have a very special guest. I'm really excited about this, and this is going to be kind of a catch-up session for us too. This is somebody. Can we say the former Pit girl? Right, and everything that we've talked about over, have you had you on this show before? I don't think so.
Listen, I'm at that age where people tell me I've done things.
We just figured out you've been in
and
the
I'm
studio.
like, okay, if you tell me I've done it, I've done it. I don't think so. I think I would remember it.
Virginia Montanez, writer, author, essayist.
Yes.
That's what your blog says, at least.
Right. I mean, it's a weird one, but yes, that, and historian now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of hats.
You have a lot of hats. I've been following. I got to say that your newsletter is the only one I read fully.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm so bad anymore at like writing it. Right. I don't do it often anymore. But when I do, I'm always glad that I have.
Absolutely, it's a nice surprise in my inbox when you do. Hey, we're talking about breathing space is your Substack, and you kind of describe what you talk about on there for me. Let the people know.
Like
a little bit of everything.
You know what? It's like I'm just trying to. It's just my little space where I get to be happy and angry and make fun of things like I used to back when I was Pit Girl. It's just like my tiny little slice of my former life. So I'm always trying to share good things about Pittsburgh, but also just the things that, well, I guess I should ask, can I swear? What's the PG?
PG-13.
PG-13. Yeah, okay.
We can say you.
No, I'll just say Matt. The things that make me mad.
We can say you point out the jagoffs in our community. We're allowed to do that.
I mean, I don't have a foul mouth, but something might.
I've heard it. Yeah.
So you might trigger me at some point.
That's fine. We're allowed one F word per show.
Oh, is that no? It won't
yeah.
be from me. It'll be from Katie.
But if you want to stick around for the wrestling show, we let it fly. So
no, I'll be good.
But one of the big things we had you on here because you now have an app.
Yeah, that's the other thing. About. So what do we call that? Like tech person? I don't know. What's the title?
You're a tech entrepreneur, maybe. But
I don't feel like I am. I'm just floundering.
Well, so I mean, you're generally we'll say a prolific writer, right? And I mean, between the blog, the newsletter, you work with Pittsburgh Magazine a bit too, right? So, what brought you into doing? This is an iPhone app. It's called PastFinders,
right?
And what kind of led you down this path? Finding.
Right. Like I think like everything that I've ever done, it's just like a thing I accidentally fall into, honestly. So I simply decided I was going to map out remains, right? And not like body remains, but like, especially in Pittsburgh, we see a part of a bridge, right? They're everywhere. They're scattered around the city and we're walking past them and we don't know what they are. And I had seen over by the Children's Museum, there were all these like old keystones in their parking lot, like massive stone faces, keystones. And I looked at this little faded bronze plaque that said they'd come from the old post office that was on Smithfield and 4th. I believe it was torn down in like the 1950s. But I was like, I said to myself, I want there to be a map that shows me all of these things. And I want to see a picture of that thing, how it looked when it was still in the building or on the bridge. And so I just set out researching and finding, asking my readers, like, do you know of some of these? I mean, before long, I had like 50 things around the city. So I launched this website, and the way it became an app was that I happened to around the same time publish my debut novel. And there had been a review. My partner says it was in the Post-Gazette, but I never read any review of mine in the Post-Gazette, so I don't know. But so it was David Giardini, that he's a CMU professor, but he's also an investor. And he saw that I had this app and I had this website. And so keep in mind, it was like a website.
And what's the website again?
It was called Pittsburgh Remains to be Seen. So it's great, but it's like you're going to sit at your desk and you're going to see this cool thing that I'm showing you, but there's no way, like, what are you going to do? You're going to walk around with your laptop. It's not mobile, it just wasn't mobile. So when I started getting media coverage, I was careful to like put out there into the world that it should be a mobile app. It really should be something that people, because I tried to make walking tours from the stuff, and I like the human brain. It's hard to do even with Google Maps. Like I was just like, I don't know, like how do I do this? So my partner, now my current partner, business partner, David Giardini, reached out and said, let's meet, let's have coffee. And what became of it was him offering to partner up to fund this to become a mobile app. So that was like the genesis of it, just me messing around and it becoming something bigger.
That's amazing. So it is available on iOS right now. It's out there to use, and looks like a lot of information on this too. So this is like, and I'm familiar with the walking tours. Our friend, I think you also know, Chris Whitlatch, would do the Pittsburgh Underground tours and stuff about the old seedy history of Pittsburgh, right? So I'm familiar with that concept too, but I thought this was cool because it was like, you basically build your own tour, right?
Right. And again, I can't take credit because I am just the history part of this app. We have a really great software engineer that we brought in, and he has created just something remarkable where pretty much anywhere you are, you can kind of just say what you want to see, where you're going, how long you have to walk. And if we don't have a tour already, a walking tour that fits your need, you can just kind of create one on your own. Say I'm walking, let's say I'm downtown and I'm walking to PNC Park and I want to see some cool stuff on the way. It'll do that for you. It's very cool.
I think we if I recall, I think maybe on Patreon, Katie, we were looking at this when we first kind of discovered and we were first having this, trying to set this up.
Some of us were the beta and some of us were not.
That's right. That's right. And I was kind of surprised that, like, I just said a quick walking tour of just like, we're here in Beachview, right? So I just, like, you know, I usually walk to the end of the tracks and back, and there was even things there between, like, I think the Veterans Memorial is down the way, and just little things here and there in this neighborhood. I want to investigate if it can tell me where the steps went. The steps that don't go anywhere anymore.
So like stuff like that. What we're doing essentially right now and what's on there is we're just putting in the very foundation of information. What we want this to become is a place where people can say, organizations can say, I want my town's house tour on your app, right? Like, so how many times you see a walking tour and it's like, print this out. So you're going to walk around with your paper for, like, remember Doors Open Pittsburgh and that sort of thing. And that's a perfect example. You're walking around with your paper and you're like, okay, I need to go here, but I'm just going to put it into Google Maps and I'm going to walk. And then you're just like, so we've figured out a way to put that into one. It is just all in your phone.
It's like that was the old MapQuest version versus the Google Maps version of this, right?
Or even older, AAA triptychs, right?
Or the old Rand McNally. Yes.
Right, exactly.
So I got the app here. We can take a look at it here if you guys are on the video version of it. This is kind of the general setup when you kind of first log in. I haven't gotten too deep into this yet. I've been wanting to go on a walk. It's just time has not been happening. So the first part is you got to get out of your house, right? Or your office space, which is hard enough these days. So what am I looking at here?
So that's the home tab that Harlan, that's our software engineer, Harlan Schober, he created this. And essentially, this screen looks different wherever you open the app in the world.
Okay.
Right now, it knows where you are. If you were in Seattle when you opened it, it's obviously going to show you a whole bunch of different.
I'm going to Seattle this week.
Shut up!
Yes. I'm going to have to make sure I remember to open up then.
I haven't built any. When are you going?
I'm going Thursday. I don't have a
lot. As in, like, in 2 days?
Yes.
If I had known, I was going to say, I'll build you a tour.
Ooh.
I mean, like, you can already tour it, but what you're mostly going to see is historical markers.
Okay.
Because we haven't built it. I haven't built out any, like, artifact history in there yet.
That's fine, because I think they booked me too tight to things. I don't think I have much time to explore this time, but I have in the past. But we're at the old Washington Hall, which I think is a historic building. So, and I think it's in the historic district of Seattle. So if I get like a half an hour to get away for a little bit, I might play with it a little bit.
Try it and see what it shows up. Because a lot of times with those historical markers, it doesn't even have to be an historical marker. It could just be a plaque on a wall, but it'll bring you to something historical.
Okay. Excellent. So how is that sourced? Is there like a database of those markers or something?
Yes. So the markers part is sourced from a database, but we have started to build out in a lot of cities richer histories. Now, obviously, if you use this in Pittsburgh, man, that's the jackpot. There's so much good history, old photos that you've probably never seen before of historical structures. But for other cities, it's a lot of me building them out. And just creating tours as I go along. But that's just to get the basic framework. We're hoping that organizations will come along and say, yes, this is what I need. And it is. If you're a cemetery, if you're a little like Allegheny Cemetery, can you imagine? Right? All the, like, a mayor's tour. I want to see the mayor's graves. And then when you get to their grave, it tells you their story. It shows you their picture. Right?
I would love that.
Yes, I'm going to build it.
I love that. I would love we went to what was the Hollywood Cemetery or something like that, and it's got a lot of the old actors there, and I would love to get like a version of that in that space too. That would be amazing.
Right. I mean, the possibilities are endless. We're only a year old. That's the thing to keep in mind. Like, this started and we're just kind of like, it's shooting off and we're just like hanging on for dear life, because we're all just kind of figuring it out as we go along and loving what we're doing.
Sure.
But yeah, that's the screen you were showing it's in Pittsburgh. It's showing some of the tours we've built, and the Duquesne Club is in there, which I don't know if it's So
Yeah,
that's
right
the
there.
Duquesne Club there. That they were sort of our first customer to come along and say, hey, we'd like to offer tours for our guests and club members that leave directly from our front door. So there's
Mhm.
6 now that you can take. You don't have to be a member, but some of the histories do pertain a little bit to their members. We're talking Andrew Carnegie, Henry Clay Frick, those kind of people.
And it gives you a little kind of map to kind of go around and just kind of guides you there, right?
Right. So that's a curated tour, meaning like we've designed this for you. There's one in the Hill District that I
Mhm.
love that walks you through some of August Wilson's history and that sort of thing. But again, this is just if we built a tour. There's one in Philadelphia. There's Atlanta. They're popping up in all the major cities, but not Seattle yet.
Not Seattle yet. We'll get there.
I mean, I have 2 days. I don't have time.
It's a long. Well, that's okay. I might be going back, so I'll let you know. I'll let you know if that continues. Well, it depends on how this week goes. So, and then you also like here, like I think this is what I was talking about. Like, we're going to open up is where we're at. Hey, here we are in Beachview, and it's got. Listen, if you've listened to the show and we've talked about the stuff around here, the steepest street is here, over by my house, and it's got a couple. Like I said, I think these are like kind of the veterans memorials and things like that. So there is something, even if you're not like in the Hill District or downtown or anything like that, right?
Right. Even in the suburbs, you'll probably be able to find something near you that's in the app. But I'm expecting over the next 6 months that content to just really explode.
Mm-hmm. No, that's really, really cool. So, and then you said you can kind of design a walk. Is this like kind of like, hey, I'm going for a walk today, and like you just want to see what's kind of nearby?
You can say anything. You
Mhm.
can say, I have an hour and I want to see military history. You can say,
Oh,
I have an
okay.
hour and I want to see sports history downtown and I want to walk from here to there, or I want to do a loop. It'll confirm for you, okay, this is what I think is your starting point. Is
Mhm.
that right? And then you can let it know, I'm willing to walk 2 extra miles, and it'll add a little bit of extra, distance for you. But it's kind of a radical kind of concept that is built in the background of this to make this possible. And it was just so fun to watch it come from Harlan's brain, essentially. But it's really cool. And that's coming from our Gideon, which is we've built that AI agent.
Yeah.
That's our own sort of proprietary AI agent that we built. And I got to tell you a little, so Gideon, we based his personality off of the new Jumanji movies. What's his name? Is it Nigel?
The Jack Black character?
No, the professor, the guy that keeps he's saying, "Welcome to Jumanji."
Oh, yeah.
Right? The explorer.
So we should hear that voice in our head when we read.
No, like that's
Yeah.
the voice. No, but we intentionally, like, no, Hardland, as he was designing it, he was like, hours and hours getting this to sound exactly the way he wanted. But we both wanted that professor that just, high-spirited, excited about history.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it was fun.
I think I actually have. So, and it's cool because like I kind of went through it here on the visual while you're talking through it. So it is like, kind of like it feels like a ChatGPT thing where you say, I want to go look at these kinds of marks in the strip, and it gives you a little lever for like 2, 3, 4 miles or something. And then it just builds that out from there and gives you a tour. Like, that's really cool.
Right. It's very, and we're careful with the content that's in there so that it's verified. It's, I hope, obviously the historical marker database, that's going to be from the content from outside of it. But the content that we're creating, it's fun. It's good history. But I'm hoping people will just start to see what's around them.
Mm. It just feels like, in histories, like we, in startups, you always hear the Uber of so-and-so kind
Oh
of
God,
thing.
I've never said that.
Yeah. So what is this? First of all, what is the Uber of? And no, but like to me, like it feels like how Pokemon Go got me out of my house. Right. Like you have that kind of interact map and a marker to go to kind of thing. And in that case, it was like, oh, the steepest street is a marker. Oh, what is this? And I'm wondering if they use that placard database like you guys did.
I'm sure it's publicly accessible.
Yeah.
We were just kind of like, oh my God, this makes perfect sense for us to build out a whole lot of content right away while we're working with organizations that are, because we're seeing that a lot where organizations are saying to us, we had this idea, but it was going to cost so much money, right? And so we're in this great position where we've already invested the money.
Yeah.
We've already built it and just come on board.
And you had most of the informational backbone already built.
Right. It's like, right. It's like, so we're just, we've done all the hard work. It's been really fun to watch it happen. And now, like with the Duquesne Club and others that I can't say yet, in the city that are coming on board with some really cool tours, in around the city, I think it's going to really start to get some. We've been kind of keeping it quiet. This is really the first kind of any kind of interview any of us have done about it.
Okay,
it felt good, like it's a friendly place. It's friendly faces. But yeah, we're expecting if we start to get a little louder over the next few months, we'll see what happens. But we're hoping organizations will be like, oh yeah, why isn't my Christmas cookie tour on that app? Make it a whole lot easier for people, right? So we'll see.
Kind of the, whenever we see startups, we always kind of ask you have to ask the question these days, especially in this environment of like, if, I'm not paying for this, where's the product kind of thing. So is this like a nonprofit situation with this or?
No, we wrestled with that.
Yeah.
And we had some long, I think one meeting we had was 3 hours.
Just debating.
When we turned that call off, I think we were all like, we're just going to go jump in the ocean. It was so much. We went with a for-profit model because we want to scale it out, because it just makes sense to us that anywhere you land in the world, you should be able to whip out your phone and take a free tour.
Okay.
Right? If you're in Venice or if you're in Rome and you're a loner and you don't want to walk around with 20 other people and a tour guide, anyone should be able to do this. So it made more sense for us to stick with the for-profit model.
Excellent. So how does that I guess manifest for the user? How does that work? If you're able to talk about that.
Do you mean like, well, how do we afford it if we're not?
Yeah, like, am I going to have a subscription at some point for anything extra? Down the line kind of thing.
So what we're down the line, what we're expecting. So the app is free. We intend for it to. That seems to be the model now, right? Like I can't think of the last time I paid for an app, right? You just know it's coming. Like, okay, they're going to try to sell me something at some point, right? You just know it. But what we're hoping is that we can work with the organizations and they can come up with a way that works for their budget.
Got it.
And if that means that they can afford to offer a tour for free, great. Right? But if they have no budget, if you're a teeny tiny historical society, right, then we're willing to figure something out so that it maybe wouldn't be free that particular tour. We don't know yet. Like I said, we're so new. We're just kind of
here's the platform. Let's figure out the rest. Right?
Yes, we're just like I don't want to make it sound like we're a bunch of amateurs, but we kind of are. But like we're creating something that just doesn't exist, and we don't have any model to go on. Yeah, that's just the reality of it. So we'll see.
Very cool. Like I said, looking at this thing, if you're on the audio, like there's a lot of polish to it. There really is. Like it doesn't feel like a 1.0 or a beta, or I don't know at what point you're at here.
Well, but if you would have seen the first version, like it was child's play. Yeah. I mean, what we have now, we love it. I mean, love it. But yeah, no, the first version was definitely like, I don't know, it was like a negative version, a negative 0.2 or something.
Katie, you're a bit of an adventurer, especially when we go on our work trips and things. Like, what do you think about this? For maybe we can explore while we're traveling a little bit.
Yeah, I love this. I love every bit of this.
We gotta give her our travel schedule for next season.
Do you have places ready for us for next year?
Yes.
What?
How do you feel? How do you feel about Rochester and Portland?
No, listen, seriously. It's such an early growth stage that if you tell me you are going somewhere,
We will be your beta
just
testers.
not Seattle in 2 days.
No,
right?
no.
Not do a two. I mean, technically I could do a 2-day tournament, but I have a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. But
Just not today.
I can't do it. But like, if you are going somewhere and you tell me, it just gives me like, I'm just kind of like, oh, I'm interested in this. I'm going to build something here. Because I'm just trying to give people in all the cities an example. Like, look at this. Now figure out how you can use it. So if you tell me you're going somewhere, for you guys, I will absolutely build a cool tour for you.
Ooh, I like this.
Yeah. Like if you want it to be like a haunted, scary one, I'm sure I can come up with that. Just let me know.
That's so much fun. You could do themes with the seasons like that, huh?
Well, like I know Harlan, the software engineer. I just saw, I was looking in and I saw he built some ghost tour in Cambridge because he lived there for a while. And I was like, oh, I love that. But I think that would be cool too, because we can change that voice to be a little spooky when it's reading you, right? This is the thing I'm trying to get people to understand. Like, what if when you get there and your phone starts playing you the audio, it's not just always just one inflection point, but it's like some dynamic voice action, some music, some spookiness.
Some accents depending on where you're at. Are we going to have like maybe sometimes there'll be a Yinzer dialect if we're getting really hardcore Pittsburgh, and then we'll go I can't think of like very Midwestern. I don't know.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Yes, we had
drawl.
this discussion. We were like, someone brought up, they're like, well, what if we had like Rick Seaback read some of that? And then so we're building that ability into it.
Yes,
absolutely.
Nice.
But we're giving our customers the option to say, you know, we've created a voice, but obviously you can use a different one for your stuff. So, you know, if it's a haunted house, or if it's, you know, a history tour that wants some in the South and they want some cute little Southern lady, fine.
I love it.
It's all good.
This is very cool. It's PastFinders.
Yes, PastFinders.
And .app. And you can also get there from the pghremains.com. I think I saw it too.
It'll redirect there. You know why? Because I don't know how to fix it. I can't figure out how to. It's all me. There's only 5 of us on this team.
Message me if you
and
need
I cannot figure out how to make it so that I'm gonna work on it.
Yeah. Message us if you need help with domains. We're familiar with that around here.
Yeah, I'm like I don't know. This is just how it has to be for now.
How about you, partner? You get out there a bit with stuff like this, right?
Oh yeah, especially like you said, in terms of walking areas. When the app first came out, I checked my local area and basically Penn Hills, Verona, and I found a couple of the historical markers, which are a big deal because you see, if you drive around and you see a historical marker on the side of the road, you don't really have the time to say, oh, the light just turned green and I was halfway through reading the marker here to see what happened. I can't stay because there's 15 people behind me who will run me over if I wait a half a second. So it is a big help, just kind of, like I said, knowing areas that you may not know if you're, that you've been living in for a while.
I do hear that a lot from people that, we're always asking people to test out things as we were building it. And one of the things people say all the time is like, how did I walk past this thing every day and never see it? And then once you see it, you never unsee it.
There was one of those when I went with the Actress Tour. There was a clock on Boulevard of the Allies. One of the buildings down, like further down from like Point Park. There's like a little clock thing in the top part of it. I think it may have been used to be a bar or a restaurant or something like that. And I went to school at the Art Institute up the street. Never noticed it. Walked by it every single day for at least 4 years, and I found out about it 3 years ago.
And now, now it's like it's like tattooed in your brain.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I hear a lot, and I think that's what this app will do for people. If you're visiting a new place, obviously you're going to see new stuff. But even if you use it in a place that you're familiar with, I'm telling you, people are walking past bridge parts and they're like, I did not know. And but the thing is when we do stuff like that, we're always trying to find that original picture. Like, look. There's the urn. There's the statue. There's the big letter P. It's right there. It's cool.
I love it. I love it. Go check that out. It's on the App Store. It's freely available on the App Store. It's not in beta
Freely
right now.
available,
Yes.
and Android is in development, and we're
Excellent.
hoping like in the next 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay. Good
yeah,
to know.
It's we're just status update all the time from on that, but like it's far along.
Excellent. And hang out for a little bit. We'll talk about some
Sure.
awesome things of the week. Okay.
Sounds good.
Awesome. So, and again, thank you. First of all, Chachi will be back, I think, next week with the Video Game Minute, taking a little bit of time off. It was his birthday yesterday, by the way. Everybody give a belated happy birthday that Chachi says on the internet, okay? So if you haven't already, but in the meantime, thank you everybody that does support the show. We do a couple extra things. What we say, we have the complainer episode on Patreon usually when we get to do that, since we try to keep it positive on this show. And also we do have a Patreon feed that goes throughout the night. So in between when we're on graphics or, when we screwed up the audio and had to restart the show, you don't know that if you're on this feed, and you get to see us do the scramble, and you get to see a little bit of how the sausage is made in the podcasting world over here, right? So thank you everybody does support us at patreon.com/awesomecast. Our friends Brian Crawford, Cynthia Klosky, John DeGore, and Dave Potter himself still supporting the show. And the other thing we've kind of added, sort of inspired by you, I started turning the show notes into a newsletter for the reader version of the show, and it's trying to I'm using ChatGPT to honestly. Oh yeah, and cats. And you get more cats going on over here too. So, but
It's so hard to focus on what you were saying. Like,
it's like, oh, don't worry about it. This is more important. This is more important than a newsletter. I'll say the really boring things while there's a cat in the background,
right?
and then everybody's happy, right?
Oh,
So,
look at my fancy
But you were
butthole.
saying about the newsletter. You were turning it into like a.
yeah, this was like it was kind of experimenting. We're only a few weeks in, but I'm taking the entire transcript and all the links and trying to ChatGPT it and do something readable and pulling the quotes in and everything like that, and then just kind of editing from there. So because I'm a terrible writer, that's why I podcast. So we're kind of working out from that.
That's why I write.
There you go. There you go.
Right.
Yin and yang, if you will. So that's one thing we've been experimenting with. We have it on the Patreon if you guys want to check that out for free. And we did start a Substack for Substack people, because I feel like there's just people just live in Substacks, maybe. Right?
Yeah, some people it's like a hobby almost. Finding stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're playing with that, see how that goes, see if anybody likes it, and another way to kind of digest the show, because I get it, it's an hour show, not everybody has the time for it, so that's why we're looking at different ways to get it out there. So let's get into our awesome things of the week. Potter, are you still wrestling your cat? Let me go to Katie first, because you still got you still got your hands full there.
She's laying down. She's comfortable.
Oh, you're good? Okay. So, Dave, what is your awesome thing of the week?
Sure. Now, one thing that was new with iOS 26 as part of the workout is the Workout Buddy, where it's part of workouts with your phone and your watch. And it was something I was a little concerned about because the way they described it was kind of clippy for exercise. And it was like, how annoying will this be? So you do get to pick 3 different voices. I did do a quick run after work today. One thing I don't want to say I messed up on, I misinterpreted. So you can have, basically when you get started, it says something like, oh, good going on this afternoon run, and you're going to get your rings done, and, basic, rah talk. I had it set up to tell me when I was in a certain heart rate range. And after half a mile, I had to turn it off because it would be like, oh, you just entered the range. Oh, you just exited the range. Oh, you just entered the range. Oh, you just So within a half hour, I had, within a half a mile, so we're talking under 10 minutes, I had around 6 notifications. And I was like, no, I can't. So I had to stop. Unfortunately, you cannot change the alerts in the middle of a workout. So I had to kill the workout, make the adjustments, and start a new one. Not a major deal, but a minor inconvenience. But after that, it was going good. And when I was done, it said, here's what you've done so far. Here's what your pace was. Here's how your circles are done. And it was a friendly voice, just a quick little sentence or two. and that was pretty much it. So it was a nice little thing. Now, I would love it if it would get smarter. Of course, we could say everything regarding Apple Intelligence that way, and because it said, "Oh, we're comparing to what you've done in the last 30 days. Here's the trend." I would love a lot more information. A true AI companion that would say, well, it looks like you you did something very hilly today, and so your speed's probably off because of that. And here's what your speed was going uphill versus downhill. Have real intelligence other than just kind of basic. But right now, it's pretty basic.
Okay. But it's
But
also
it's not so annoying.
and it's also kind of a start to it, right? So
Exactly.
this could develop over the next months or something like that. So I'm wondering if you are more of an athlete, you have more control over that heart rate. And maybe that's what it's
most
for.
definitely.
Right.
Well, no, exactly. Because when I was in better shape pre-pandemic, my heart, I remember one race I ran, it was a 10K, I think, 5 or 10K, and my heart rate was pretty much like level the entire time, or just barely going up, instead of now where it's up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. But and having the heart rate after the fact can be a big help, because it does give you a lot more information now than it did a couple years ago, where you can say, okay, here's my percentage I did in zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, zone 4, and zone 5. And, and you can then do on your own, if you wanted to plug that into ChatGPT and ask it to do the heavy lifting, try to figure out what's going on. It would be nice for Apple to have that included.
I love
But
that.
like you said, first step.
I love that Dave and I had like the opposite experience today, because he's playing with the new stuff, and we discovered that my Series 3 that I'm wearing, because my 8 is out for repair, battery repair, doesn't even have elliptical on it. So yeah, it's that old. They didn't have elliptical back then.
Wow.
So, which that's standard now, right?
Yeah.
So, no zones, no heart zones or any of that stuff. I just had to put indoor walk and go for it, apparently, right? So, but yeah, that's there's that too. So, what is the Buddy? Is that you obviously you don't have the newest watch. What are you running on over
No,
there?
I have the Series 9 watch.
Series 9. Do we know how far
Series
back
9.
that goes?
So that was it's coming on 2 years old.
Okay.
So I got it. So you figure 2 years ago it came out.
Well, so
But I didn't get it when it first came out. I got it Christmas time.
okay.
So yeah, but I figure it's around 2 years old. So, and there was a minor update last year. This year was a bigger update, but I think the Workout Buddy does work for the last couple versions of the watch.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything specific on here, but I do say Watch 26 is for Series 6 and later. So, presumably, if you're getting that update, I would think you're getting that update as well. So, because I know the 8s are pretty capable still, from what I can tell.
Oh yeah.
So, I think they've been pretty incremental. But man, I got my hands on an Ultra while we were waiting at the Apple Store last night. That is a nice feeling watch. I don't know if I'm ready to pay $700 for a watch yet, but it's nice. It's nice. And it does all kinds of stuff. I'm not going scuba diving, guys. Let's be honest about this. I'm afraid to drown in the shower. Okay. So we're not going down that line, nor am I probably climbing a mountain anytime soon. So Katie, on the other hand, is the adventurer. So
Katie would need satellite connection on her watch.
Yes, you would.
I just wander off.
You just wander off into the woods.
If you're out of cell,
into the mountains, Mount Zion, So
the ocean randomly.
We were.
You don't have a cell phone. You need to text someone.
Mm-hmm.
You need that watch then.
That is in all the phones now, though. I think from I feel like the 14, 15 up or something like that. So we do have, it started activating. I can't remember where we were. It was one of the Baja trips, I think. cat drive-by, by the way. I love that I have a cat drive-by button now.
Yes.
That I can just hit so that we don't miss
Get
it.
ready. She's coming back.
Oh,
She's
it's coming back again.
And she's going to flop.
It's just like Shamu going back and forth in the thing, right? So, but anyway, I'm sorry, what were we saying? So,
I did look. It's Apple. It's 6s and newer. So I still good
that's
for
good.
workout.
You're on the edge. You're on the edge.
I need a
love
new
it.
one real bad.
Not that bad. What you said your battery needs replaced?
Oh, it's so bad. It was like what 70%. If
yeah,
yours was bad.
And we were like just hitting the 79. We're like I think 80. I think if you look in your settings and it's under about 80%, that's when they'll replace the battery. So if you're like we back before we had this ongoing subscriptions, we would always get the battery replaced before we upgrade to the next one. So that we had I have a 13 hanging around here. It's still good because we replaced the battery at the last minute. Now it's just like, hey, they won't take my Series 3. So it's like a 10-year-old watch at this point. Anyways, it's amazing, but it's still the screen's still gorgeous for the size, so I can't complain about that. Katie, what is your awesome thing of the week?
It's food.
It's of course it is.
It's food. I didn't have Hello Kitty, so you got food.
Okay.
Those are your options.
By the way, side note, you went to Hot Topic last night and found your bag on the shelf and surprised yourself.
Yes, I forgot
right?
I bought that Hello Kitty bag from Hot Topic. It's a Halloween Hello Kitty, and she glows in the dark. And I walked in, I was like, oh, wait, that's the bag I'm wearing right now.
Like I saw you go over to the Hot Topic and I'm like, are you taking it home? Or here? Anyways, your awesome thing.
I think that speaks to how often I go to a mall more than anything else.
There's
I was
that
just like,
too.
I'm in a store with things I buy on the internet.
I have been in Hot Topic in so long. And meanwhile, you're wearing merchandise.
And everything in there is tailored to us again because
yeah.
they're into like the vintage version of the 2000s and late 90s, which is now cool. And we're like, oh, this is just how we used to be.
Remember when Hot Topic was kind of scary to go into?
Horrifying.
Like you felt like that's where I got my Johnny the Homicidal Maniac comic books. And the guy that eventually did Invader Zim did these. And I was getting the whole series and I'm just like, should I be in here if my parents find out, and get jeans that are with buckles and non-functional buckles for reasons. Anyways, food, awesome thing.
I like food. I brought you the Pepperidge Farm
Oh my God.
Goldfish Dunkin Pumpkin Spice Grahams. Yes, they have the taste of your pumpkin spice donuts from Dunkin' Donuts, but in goldfish form. Found these at Target. Pretty excited. Had to buy them.
And you have them. Are we doing a taste test on the show?
scared.
Yeah, maybe for Patreon. I would definitely open it, and we could just do some ASMR of me just opening a goldfish bag. That look at that. Oh,
Let's say, yeah. How much does the smell like?
Do you generally like all things pumpkin spice?
yes, I do.
Oh yeah.
Even
Yeah, that looked like an
I
approval.
thought it was gonna be. In my head, I was thinking it was gonna be a savory kind of goldfish, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, like I don't want to taste pump, but that smells like a donut. So yeah, sure.
The pumpkin spice, the kind of flavor you fall for.
Mm.
And I hope you appreciate my pumpkin accent because my niece loves calling me out on it now. She is caught. They're out in central PA, and she is caught on that I have a Yinzer accent on occasion. I can't say. She's like pumpkin, and I'm like pumpkin, pumpkin. She's like pumpkin. I was like, there's no M in pumpkin. But yes, so we will try these. I'm very excited to try these.
There you go. Okay, we got our Patreon hook right there. So
Come back
excited
and
for
listen to us eat.
So and my palate is ready with my pumpkin spice espresso. So we're all set here. But anyways, awesome. So that'll extend. Awesome thing of the week. I'm last. Speaking of which, and speaking of other Pittsburgh friends, so. I saw some of the media around the iPhone announcements last week, and our old PodCamp friend iJustine was there as usual. But I kind of loved something that they were doing. A couple people apparently were doing this. They brought the original iPhone with them because I think this might be an anniversary or something, right? So the original iPhone. You did that look, you're getting.
Which was like, what year was that? I want to say
I think
2006.
it was like 2006 or 7.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, like
yeah.
this is 2025.
Yeah.
That's old.
2007.
2007. So they were taking pictures with it and the new phone. So this is a picture. Well, here, let's do. Of course, she always gets a selfie with Tim Cook.
Of course.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
Love it.
So this is the picture with the new this is on her account. This is the picture in Facebook on the brand new iPhone. And this is the original iPhone.
Is it blurry on purpose?
That was the style back in the day. What was it, like a 2 megapixel, 1 megapixel, something like that?
I don't even know if it was that high.
No, it wasn't even a
think it was that
megapixel
high.
at that point. It was a VGA camera, maybe.
Okay, so I saw when she posted this.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was the same day. Wait, no, it is the same. Okay,
It is the same day.
Hold on. I'm having a moment here. Okay.
Hold
In
on.
my head, I thought you were saying like that this
No.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
this picture's 20 years ago. Why do they both look the same?
No,
Never mind.
the phone is from 20 years ago.
Right. That's why in my head I was like,
Oh no, I
she's
was
not
thinking the
aging.
same thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
2 megapixel.
It was 2 megapixel. There you go.
I think the thing that we're stuck
What?
on is she hasn't aged at all, and I
know.
I was like, I think that's-
I saw her recently, and I was just like, and I took a picture with her, and I compared it to a picture I took with her when I did the first pod camp that I did.
Mm-hmm.
You guys remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And I aged considerably.
That's what happens when we stay in Pittsburgh.
You know what? That's what it is.
She's like getting that
She went to
California air and
LA.
sun. Yeah, I
Mhm.
think that's what
She looks
happens.
amazing. Yeah,
There you
I
go.
was like, oh, I got old.
Absolutely. Yep.
Real quick, Sword. I looked at, there was no front-facing camera
No, there
on
wasn't.
the first iPhone.
No, there
So
wasn't
I'm
for
guessing
several.
she had yeah, it was the iPhone 4
Mhm.
was the first one with the selfie cam.
Yep.
So she had to turn that around and blind take or ask someone else to take it. You know,
I'm sure
with,
she had a
with the
buddy.
back camera.
I sure had a buddy
Oh,
because it sounded like a couple of them had it. So
Yeah.
like that was probably fine. Yeah, no, we it didn't have video. I don't think they had video till the 3GS, which would have been the third phone, right?
Mhm.
Because it went iPhone and then remember it was iPhone and then like the 3G because they had 3G
Right.
at that point. And
Mhm.
then the 3GS was like and then also there's a little bit of video. I have some wonderfully blurry videos from back then, I'm sure. That's still on my iCloud account, I'm sure. So versus then I'm doing like ProRes on my like professional ProRes on my current one. So yeah, those were the days.
Yeah, they bumped that on the 3GS. It looks like all the way up to 3 megapixels.
Ooh, now are we up to 48 megapixels on the new ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh God. Where are we at on time? There we go. What else we got here? We got a couple other stories here. Dave, you have another one. You've been making doggies.
Yes.
So tell me about making doggies.
Artistic doggies.
Artisanal
artistic-
doggies.
Yes. So one thing, Image Playground, we all agree it's been a giant disappointment over the last year.
Yes.
You put in thing, you say, make me a picture of this, and it's like, oh, that looks like it's from ChatGPT from the first time they tried to make pictures. It's not that good.
Mhm.
With new iOS 26, you can go in and say, oh, use ChatGPT and make it in either any style or select various styles.
I mean,
And
by comparison, this is the kind of stuff that we've been doing. So I mean, just like that's the closest to like kind of what I wanted. Just Chachi with pickles and a crown. That's me. I think I'm holding a turnip. We had a big vegetable thing for a little bit here, and I think I tried to make Chachi a banana, and that's what we ended up with. And I think I'm French in this one. I don't know why.
Mhm.
I'm so sad. Like this is like the I've seen some shit look.
You look like Ryan Reynolds there.
Oh,
but
Riz's head is exploding. Anyways, you get the idea of what we've been dealing with.
yeah. So now I will say this: it does use the image processing of the newest ChatGPT. However,
Okay,
it's slow.
sure.
So what I did is I uploaded a photo of my dog Charlie, our poodle, and I said, put it on a mountaintop and make it look like put him on a mountaintop overlooking a green valley and make it look like an oil painting. And that's pretty close to what he looks like.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That's not too far away.
What-
That's
Wow.
actually the painting one's closer because he does have that yellow spot on his fur,
So you
or
have
that just made him a white poodle.
so you have a realistic looking one here, and then you have the
Yeah.
oil painting one
Mhm.
of relatively the same scene.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Now, like I said, you can see it working around. It takes a minute to do, where I think if you upload it directly to ChatGPT, it takes seconds.
Mhm.
But it makes it a little bit easier because you can just upload photos from your phone
Mhm.
and say, okay, use this photo and do this with the photo. And then you can just download it right to your phone and then post it. So it makes it a little more convenient.
Excellent. And the cat's done with this story because we were talking about your dog, apparently. You know, I mean, I'm so glad that we've come such a long way from just a picture with sad me with an octopus on my shoulder. I mean, or when I'm holding the octopus.
What was the prompt for that?
I don't know.
Like, what do you even say?
I don't know. Where do I
Were you around
It
Detroit
was,
somewhere?
hold on. Oh, what was it? Taco. It's me, Taco, and octopus, and it was that. I forgot you can go back and see. Why am I so sad? What is happening here?
You would have to look at the original photo.
Oh, there you go.
Well, it takes that. There's Katie there's
good.
Katie with French fries. So,
Aw.
and I was trying to do a Winnie the Pooh and Tigger, and I got like an actual bear and
Oh my
tiger.
goodness.
So we have come such a long way with this technology, is what we're trying to say. So, no, I'm interested to see what the integrations are. I'm excited for. I can actually ask. I'm still excited. I just today asked my car something. You know, I think I was asking it like something about an airline or something like that, and it actually kind of gave me the answer. You know, and it's like it still says like this is from this, and maybe you should check your sources. But generally, I have the information, right? So you know, it's still like if it's like you can kind of tell when it's not right, so, depending. But it's coming along. I'm excited for that. So. All right. Well, on that note, we're going to wrap this up here so we can try these pumpkin fish crackers. 'Cause
Ooh.
there you go. Get your ASMR crinkle on over there. Welcome to the AwesomeCast.
It drives me the nail thing. No, like I want to block everyone in the world when I see those. Just like block instantly.
Well, that's usually where we get the hits when we put ASMR and everything. So, anyways, thank you so much, Ginny. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Remind us where everybody can check out all your cool stuff.
Oh God, Pittsburgh Magazine, Breathing Space, PastFinders, and my book, Nothing Everything. Yeah, I also have a book.
There you go. Excellent. Thank you so much. And you are welcome back anytime you want to.
Oh, thank
Just
you.
DS with us or try out new foods.
Just not pumpkin spice stuff. I'll come at Christmas. We can do peppermint or something.
Oh, I like
Ooh.
that. We do like to do a little bit of a Christmas party episode, so we'll make sure we get an invite out to you. So, katiedudas.com.
Chip, doing stuff.
You might have some
Oh,
interesting.
geez, yeah.
Do you want to say anything about that?
I guess
Because
so.
you might not be here next week because
I'll be in what we figured Santa Cruz. I picked the right
you're going to be.
cities.
What are you doing? Because I don't. You said nobody else knows about this, right?
No, nobody knows. And I
Okay.
should tell my bosses. No.
This is how your bosses are going to find out.
Surprise, Jax. No, I First Descents. They're an organization that does trips for just various folks who have gone through different, like I think there's an MS, but there is a cancer trip that I'm going to go learn how to surf in Santa Cruz, California. I'm very, very excited about this because, well, I've always wanted to learn how to surf, and then First Descents. I didn't want to say it very like totally wrong, but yeah, it's all covered and it's very nice, and I'm very excited about it. And I had signed up kind of last minute, and I was on the waiting list, and they're like, hey, and I think what it was in month ago, if that. I found out I was
Not
going.
even. Not even. I
Not
feel like-
even.
yeah, it was weeks ago.
Do you know
told me.
anyone going?
No.
Oh, you're so
Much
brave.
stranger danger. The best part was I told Sorg we're at the gym and we're on the treadmill and I was like, you know how I like to do dumb shit? Was literally how I started this conversation. And you're like, yes, I do.
Yes, I'm very aware.
Very aware.
Yeah.
I was like, listen, let's go surfing. So yeah,
I think I
probably
asked if you were going to climb another mountain when you started. So
Yeah, it's true. Well, yeah, I don't know if this is worse.
we'll find out. That'll be the
Yes.
comparison, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So excellent. So you'll let us know about your surfing adventure.
Yes.
So hopefully not as an emergency contact. So excellent. Watch out for the jellyfish and have fun.
Yes. Let's go.
So and Dave Ponder, like we mentioned, iPhoneography podcast. You guys will be going over all the and does the cat have a podcast as well? Or oh no.
Sure. Oh no.
We're about to lose our
we pay- we make
PG-13.
people
Oh no.
pay for that.
Oh no.
Rosie,
No.
we make
Wait for
people pay for
Patreon. Wait
that.
for Patreon.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Audio
Prof
listeners.
Prod pretty much.
Yeah, Prof Pod. Yes.
But yeah, audio listeners, just check out the YouTube.
Mhm.
Check out the YouTube. There's a reason to check out the YouTube.
Absolutely. Oh, that'll be good on the TikTok too. I will be this week. One, maybe I'll talk about it on Patreon. I just came back from Niagara Falls. And I discovered what to and not to do when you're crossing the border with an entire truckload of equipment. But this week we will be flying all that same equipment to Seattle. I'll be out there with Defy Wrestling. They're going to be going live on Triller TV. I haven't worked with them for a couple years, so I'm really excited to get back to them. Actually worked with them on their very first couple of live streams back on Pluto TV and the first time on Triller. So very excited to be hanging out with that crew this week and being a part of that and problem solving again, how we're doing video streaming with some new gear here in 2025. So really looking forward to that. And of course, our friends will be doing a lot of stuff with Thursday Night Fights. Our usual video training live stream every Thursday night from the South Side is free to attend if you want to check out some professional wrestling. A bunch of trainees that are very new, but very good. And we train our video people too. And then RWA down in West Newton, just a shout out there. We'll have a team down there. I leave 15 minutes before the first show Thursday. And then I land 15 minutes before the second show on Saturday. I don't know how they did that. So I don't get to see either one of them here locally and help out. So either way, thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you everybody for supporting our Patreon. Thank you to our interns in the room that we forgot to give a shout out to tonight, Mac and Tony, helping out with the social medias, helping out with the chat room to make sure you guys got the links when you check it out now or later. And thank you everybody for joining us. And we'll see you guys next time. You have been our awesome audience. Have an awesome week. This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.